Hey friends, we're back and Happy New Year. Some of you messaged me on Instagram yesterday because your time zone's different. So I got a lot of early Happy New Years from you. Happy New Year back to all of you. And we're going to do a get right with me today because that's what we do here. Two palettes that I have out. I have the Odin's Eye Little Ghost palette. I don't know. I was sitting there last night just looking at some of my palettes and I feel like I want to do a look with this palette. Mainly, when I look at this palette, I look at it this way. So going rose here. So I'm kind of like looking right here in this section, pretty much of what I want to do something with. I already know it'd be easy for me to do a look with this. But I'm feeling the blue purple section. The other palette that I have out, when I did my end of year eyeshadow palette collection video, this palette is one of the palettes that I was going to give away. I ended up taking it out because I was like, no, I don't want to regret giving that away because I was still thinking about it. But it's the Huda New Nude palette. I wanted this palette forever, and I don't know if it's the case that just because I don't really like these two shades right here, that's why I don't use it, or if it's because I have too many damn palettes in my collection that I'm not using it. But this is out. This might remain on my desk until next Tuesday or Wednesday and see if I use it with other palettes or on its own. There was one other palette where I was thinking, actually, you know what? I do have a couple of palettes. So I think they're all from this year. One's from probably, I think, last year. But it seems there's a couple of palettes where I feel like I might do a similar thing like I did with the Ensley Rain Lighten Your Eyes palette, where I use the same palette throughout the entire week to see how many different looks I can create. Because after looking at this palette last night, and then even this palette last night, which I do like them both, I was like, I think I have a couple of palettes where I'm now like, okay, how often am I actually going to use those? One, the Rose Quartz. This was also a palette that I wanted forever. And again, it could just be that I have too many darn things in my collection. But I was also looking at this like, I want to use this one now as well. I'm thinking that maybe I'm on a no-buy for all January. And I'm not, after January's done, I'm not going to go into like a full-blown like shopping spree. But I definitely need to put more thought into my purchases, because even the Huda Pretty Grunge palette, have I used it? Yeah, I've used it several times. But now that the hype is kind of over with some of these things, it's like, me personally, am I still going to use them? I was also thinking some of these palettes would be good for mixing and matching, like even the Huda Icy Nude. Because I'm realizing some of these colors are very similar. I really like these two though a lot. But what do you guys think? Well, I know most of you will say, yeah, go for it. I think I might do for this month, one, like each week, do a palette and create as many looks as I can out of it. Or just use multiple palettes in each look to get stuff used up. Because I actually think I have a couple of other palettes where I'm also like thinking the same thing. I need to see how many looks I can create out of some of these palettes. Anyways, the two that were sticking out to me the most yesterday though were these two. The Ghost palette from Odin's Eye and the Huda New Nudes. Sometimes though, for me, which I am realizing, is that with some palettes, if there's not very many matte skin tone shades that are in my preferred skin tone color story, I'm less likely to probably gravitate towards a palette. So that could be the case with some of these palettes that I have that I really do like, but I find that for me to use them, I do need to grab another palette, which is fine. There's no reason to not use a palette just because you have to grab for another palette. Starting today, and we'll see how well this goes, I'm going to be putting the products that I use in the description below. Like, you know when you click on a video it says description? I'm going to start putting the products that I'm using down there again. I don't want to see people getting upset if, you know, I'm chatting in my video and I just happen to like not say what I'm using or skip over something. I did wake up with a pimple there, which of course I did attack. Alright, so toner is done. We had a nice turkey supper yesterday. Today we're gonna have hot turkey sandwiches. I'm gonna make homemade buns though to have instead of bread. I think fresh buns from the oven with hot turkey and gravy would taste even better. So I'm gonna go through my recipes and see what I have. I know I have a couple of different homemade bun recipes that I used last year. So I'll use one of those today. I am back to work tomorrow. And I'm not off until I think next Wednesday. Yeah, I'm back to work tomorrow. I'm not off till next Wednesday. I have next Wednesday off, and I think that's it for next week. For having a day off. I'm still January no buy. I think it's going to be easy. One thing I was thinking though, when my no buy is over, because even though it's not technically a makeup, like a piece of makeup, it's still related to makeup. I want to get some new sponges when my no buy is over, preferably the Real Techniques. I do like the Real Technique sponges the best, but that is up there for me to get. Otherwise, at the moment, of course I have a wish list of things, but I'm not sitting here at the moment anyways like, oh, after my no buy, this is what I'm gonna get. Matt's already back there giving commentary.
Am I wrong?
Okay, well, that's a sponge though. I'm talking makeup.
Still makeup related, like you said.
Whatever. I think, how late did you guys stay up last night? We stayed up till almost 2 o'clock this morning. None of us were tired. I ended up taking Z-Quil so I could knock the heck out. I feel like none of us were tired because yesterday was like just a very slow, quiet day. So we weren't up doing a bunch of things, like keeping busy. It was like, aside from like cooking supper, it was a very, very chilled out day. Today is probably going to be very similar. I might have to put my headband on. Damn, I got a hair going across my... Here we go. I have to put my headband on so I can keep the hairs from going in my face. Even though my hair is up. Just did a claw clip though. Which reminds me, I do need to get my hair done today so that tomorrow morning I'm going to do it. Because I have one of those 4 a.m. wake up tomorrows. I can already tell I'm not as chatty today. I feel like I was so chatty yesterday. But I get like that spurts of talk, and then minimal talking. I need to get my laptop back from Grace. She has my laptop. That's what I was using when I was updating the description before, like with products used. I'm not going to post links, just a heads up. If you're like, there's no links, I'm not going to be doing links. I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm not going to be a big YouTuber. I'm just somebody at home who's doing their makeup for the day, playing around. I'll post what products I use, including my skincare, because, you know, apparently that's very important. We don't want to have any secrets with my skincare here. But like I'll have whatever I use in my video, as long as I don't have a brain fart and forget about it, or, you know, just be too caught up in the moment and let slip or forget to say something, I'll post in my description box the products that I use and the shades. So for foundation today, let's see. I did not pick out... Yeah, I do want to use, do I want to use that today? Yeah, I do want to use the Covergirl Glow Balmy thing again. Let's see what I have here. I'm going to use that. I guess that. What foundation do I want to use? They're right here. Let me just pick something out. I'm going to use the Missha Perfect BB Cream. I'm going to use this today. And let's put some of this on underneath, because this is probably one of those products I try to use up this year, I think. Which is the Rimmel Multitasker Better Than Filters in the shade 001 Fair. I'm just going to put this right here before I put my foundation on. So there's that. I'm going to keep what I use out over there as well, so I don't forget what I used. Okay, let's blend this in first right quick. I don't think I'm going to buy that again. I think my days of using this are over. There's nothing wrong with nothing wrong with it. It's just like the e.l.f. one, which I said before. The e.l.f. Halo Glow. I'm pretty sure both or products like this are supposed to be dupes or similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter thing. I'm not really seeing a purpose for it, though, in my routine. Other than maybe during the summertime. But at this point, I'm just trying to... I want to use this up. There's a lot of product in here. So I'll probably have this the entire year. So that's not a product I'm intending on buying another one of. Because I could end up using this all year. Just gonna start with my fingers first to blend this out. And yes, the coloring does look gray. Especially when I first start putting it on. But then it somehow magically ends up working. So we'll take the sponge and finish blending that in. The foundation brush I like using is in the bathroom. No, I have not gotten around to washing my brushes yet. I do need to do that. I do think, okay, because I'm going to talk about no buy. I do think there are a couple of things I'm not going to buy unless I get down to 1 or 2 items. Foundation's going to be one. Because currently I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Currently I have 6 foundations. I think for me, okay, 7 if we count the backup of the one that I have for the e.l.f. one. I do think foundation for this year, unless I get down to 3, I should not be buying any more foundation. And we know how long foundation can take to use out. I think the exception would be that I purchase 1 high-end foundation this year. Whether I get down to 3 of my drugstore ones or not. But I think as for buying drugstore foundation, here's how I could see this happening. Because we know the e.l.f. one is in my top. It's one of my tops. So I'm almost done this one. I have a backup. If I use up this one in the backup, I'll allow myself to repurchase it again because it's one of my favorites. But like, I think for the other foundations, I should be good just to use them up before repurchasing anymore. I need to use up 3 of the drugstore ones in order to bring in a new drugstore one that isn't the e.l.f. Soft Glam Foundation. And then the exception is me purchasing 1 high-end one. I did get some good suggestions so far of high-end ones to try out, but I would only be picking 1. It's not definite that I am going to buy 1, but I think for this year I'm up for purchasing at least 1 high-end and using the entire thing up. Even if I don't like it, I'll make it work. Alright, this is blended in. In one of my favorites videos, this is also up there. What is that? Why is stuff going everywhere? What's happening? Okay, for contour this morning, I'm going to use the Covergirl Trueblend Skin Enhancer Contour Balm in the shade Defined. I think this year, because I was debating getting rid of Instagram, I'm not going to. I think I went a little bit without Instagram before. I want to utilize it for makeup looks, like, because I do post over there. I give heads up, like, oh, video's currently uploading. Sometimes I'll post photos of my finished makeup look over there. I feel like, though, I'm not very good at trying to actually showcase what the makeup look looks like. Maybe it's my lighting or whatever, but so many other people who post their finished makeup looks, theirs look fantastic, and you can really see the shimmer and all that on their eyes. I feel like with me, no, you can barely tell. You can barely see what I've done. Or it's not showcasing the way I'd like it to. Okay, I'm hoping that's all blended. Alright, now I'm going to go in with the Rare Beauty Bronzing Stick in Bright Side. I probably will continue to say the makeup products that I'm using in my videos because I've gotten so used to it. But I kind of realize some people don't want to rewind to hear what I said for shade names and stuff, so I'll help you out this year, okay? And I'll go back to putting what I'm using in the description. I'm also going to, at least for this video, put in the description. The video might get posted before the description gets updated. Just depends. I gotta get Grace to bring me out my laptop. So if the video gets posted and you're like, there's nothing in the description yet, just give me a little bit, a couple hours. I'm gonna put those pages that I go on to on Reddit down there for you guys as well. Just for this video though. I was on there again last night. Okay, I'm definitely bronzed up with this. Alrighty. I'm gonna go with the Covergirl, same brand, Covergirl Trueblend Skin Enhancer Pearl Highlighting Balm. This is in the shade Moonlight. Made in China. Made in Italy. Did that say Italy? So that's made in Italy. Huh. Made in China. CoverGirl's made in China? For real? Alright, let's get these eyebrows done. I am still using the Marcel Nano Eyebrow Liner in Fair Ash Blonde. Some of these products you might not be able to get, like the Marcel and Annabelle. It depends on where you live. Man, I can't believe how early I have to get up tomorrow morning. I'm not looking forward to that. Luckily, I only do one opening shift a week. But it does mean I get off early tomorrow. So, I get off at 3. I've already meal planned for this week's suppers, next week's suppers. Either today or tomorrow after work, I need to plan out Grace's schoolwork. I'm thinking I just might plan out her schoolwork for the entire month of January. Instead of doing every 2 weeks, just do the whole month. Yeah, I don't like how ash tone this pencil is. It comes off to me kind of gray. It's too ashy. But it gets the job done. Alright, I think we're gonna do we'll do blush last because I'm unsure of how the eye look is going to end up looking. But I do want some powdered bronzer on, so we're going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Freshwear Bronzer. Oh yeah, foundation's one of those things, like, yeah, I'm thinking I won't buy until... Well, you know, I have a habit of saying things and then not doing it, so... But if I were to pick another product, maybe bronzers... I don't have like a ton of bronzer. At least I don't think I do. Do I? But it's like, how many bronzers does a girl need? For me, I will repurchase this one once this one's gone. I'm not going to repurchase it before it's gone. But this is one I will repurchase in the same shade. Same with the Maybelline City Bronzer. I would repurchase that one once it's gone. The Pat McGrath one, I won't repurchase that one. The Makeup by Mario one, the powdered one, would I repurchase that one? It's a nice bronzer. I don't feel like I'm here like, oh, there's the powder bronzer I want to use. I feel like for the most part, this L'Oreal one and the Maybelline are probably the two that I grab for the most for the powder bronzers. Do I have many powdered bronzers? I feel like I don't, right? Like, I have quite a bit of highlighters and blushes. The Charlotte Tilbury powder bronzer. Okay, that's one I would go buy a full size of. If I buy a high-end bronzer this year. If you guys have any recommendations for a bronzer from Sephora, let me know in the comments. One that you can go in lightly and build it up versus just automatic pigment. I prefer building my powdered bronzers up versus having a ton of pigment right off the bat. I do like, yeah, I can definitely see me buying the Charlotte Tilbury powdered bronzer this year. What else could I see myself buying this year? And I don't mean like right away, but sometime throughout the year. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything. Alright, so I do want to do a look with the little Ghost Town palette today. I'm going to grab a clean brush. So, I do think I'm going to use this palette with it. So I'm going to go into this color here first, put that all over. So if this means me using this palette up or using it, that's a good thing. Yeah, I waited and waited and waited to buy this palette. I wanted it forever. I do think part of the problem is I don't like those two. I don't like that they have these two in here. And this is like very mauvey purple, which I like. But I'm thinking for me, maybe it has more to do with the fact that I have too much, or is it too mauvey purple? I don't know. I also have other formulas that I like better than the formula that's in this specific Huda palette. Okay, I'm going to go into the shade Play. That's right here. just put that on the lid and blend it up. It's kind of peachy. This palette might be good for me to use tomorrow morning solo because I'm doing a super early morning shift. I said that I'm not guaranteeing to do get ready with me's on my opening shift days. Just in case I get up and I'm too groggy and I'm like, eh. I feel like those 4 a.m. get ready with me's, they're nothing spectacular. They're super simple looks, but we'll see what I do. I think I've already mentioned that a month ago or something too. I've heard some people over on Reddit are going to try and post every single day of 2025 on YouTube. Good luck. That can be hard. And it's easier. Some things are just easier said than done. Like, it's easy for someone to say something and then not do it after a while. Okay. Yeah, I am going to use this palette with this palette. I'm going to go into the shade Secret right here. And put this out here. Out on the outer corner. Blend it up into the crease and above the crease a little bit. I like these e.l.f. brushes. Next time I'm at the Dollar Tree, like I said, every time I go to the Dollar Tree, it's not often I go to the Dollar Tree, I'm going to pick up like 5 more of this specific brush. It's just, it doesn't say on here, but it's the large eyeshadow brush from Wet n Wild. Did I say e.l.f.? It's Wet n Wild. They just, even like with how it blends the shadows, I prefer to get them from the Dollar Tree because they're only $1.25 or $1.75 at the Dollar Tree versus they cost more than that at Walmart. And I don't always find them at Walmart. But yeah, I can say, like, with beauty tool wise, Real Technique sponges are my favorite sponge to use. And one of my favorite eyeshadow brushes to use is these Wet n Wild ones. I don't like when some of the hairs, though, well, at least on this one, it's getting all wonky. Like that it just blends itself. It's so pretty. Okay. This is a Wet n Wild brush. I don't remember the name of this one. It's the same brush. This is Wet n Wild. This, as you can see, it's like a lot more skinny compared to this one. It's, oh my gosh, Wet n Wild. I feel like I'm saying e.l.f. unless I'm just saying e.l.f. in my head. Wet n Wild. But you could see like the shape. I don't remember the name of what this one would be. How did I not notice that color? That's a nice deep purple, like this one right here. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to go into the shade Haunted right here. And put that out here and blend this into the crease. We'll see what happens. On the outer part of the eye and then blending it in. And it's okay if it ends up getting messy or looking messy because I will fix it up at the end or clean it up. Matt's back. I can hear him coughing in the hall. We finally have people who are living downstairs now. downstairs apartment's been empty for, geez, what feels like months. Probably for the past 3 months. Even the apartment next door across the hallway, that one's been empty for a couple of months too. It's because rent's so expensive. That's weird. Go look in the hallway. Because I heard Dad out there and now it's silent.
Oh, you don't see that at all.
No, go look in the hallway. I just heard him out there coughing. Or is that you coughing?
I coughed.
Oh, you coughed? I swear I just heard your father out in the hallway coughing.
Is Dad home?
That's why I said, check the hallway.
Is he supposed to be home?
Never mind.
No?
No, that's why I said check the hallway.
Where is he?
He went to get tea. That's why I said check the hallway.
Well, I don't know where Dad is in general, so that's what I'm asking.
He went to get tea. You know the hallway out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I heard him out there.
No, I just coughed.
Well, then you sound like Dad when you're coughing then.
I'm sick.
Do you have a good sleep?
Yeah.
Nice. I end up having to take a Z-Quill to fall asleep.
Really?
I was too wide awake. Love you. Yeah, he's gone to get tea. As long as Tim's open, he's getting you one too.
Nice.
Online it said they were open.
Oh,
Yep. That's a pretty color. I know I have like that mauve shade underneath, but that right there, that's a pretty shade. It's like blue, but it has like a hint of purple. I guess that was Grace coughing. She sounds an awful lot like Matt then. I was gonna say, because if that was him, he should have been in the door already. It doesn't take literally just one small flight of stairs. That's a pretty color. All right. Now, what else do I want to do? I guess I want to take some of that down here. It's probably not the best brush for using this down here because this brush is so flimsy. But I like that color. I'm just like lightly just dipping that in there. Okay, I do want to go into this blue right here. Just same brush and I'm just dipping. So it's going to be a very blue look. I will buff out up here again though, going into that Huda palette. But when I was looking at this palette last night, I was like, what was really catching my eyes, honestly, for the most part, is like right here. These 6 shades right here. I definitely want to use these 2 blue mattes though. And I think that blue shimmer. This is pretty. For those of you who are new here, I am a neutral girly through and through. I like neutrals, pops of color. sometimes I will do an all colorful look. But for the most part, I do neutral looks with pops of color in there, or just straight up neutral. So if you're here for that, that's awesome. Last year was the first year I've actually gotten into the color. And I don't even, what was the first palette that I used that had color in it that even got me into dipping my toes? I don't really remember. Is anybody going to be keeping track of the products that they use this year? I was like kind of thinking of doing that, especially with my eyeshadow palettes. Having some kind of system where every time I use a palette, I mark it. But it's like, do I do that in a notebook? Because there's 365 days in a year. Do I create a spreadsheet to get an idea of what I'm actually using and what I'm not using? Because like this year, I feel like this year I dipped my brushes into a lot of my palettes, but I felt like I couldn't really give a definite answer of like most used palette this year or anything like that, because I used everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I got blue PJs on. That's not why I'm doing this look. I just realized I'm wearing blue PJs.
I want to go in your room.
Because I'm thinking it'd be interesting to see what I gravitate towards this year. I can see me, if I was to like predict what I think I'm gonna buy the most of this year, I'd probably say it's gonna end up being eyeshadow. Yes, I'm still blending. I feel like you gotta like blend. But yeah, I could see eyeshadow probably being the number one thing that I bring in the most of this year. Blush, not. I feel like this year for blush, I'm gonna be on the hunt for a specific color. That rosy brown, pinky brown, true cool tone blush, because I feel like I'm still lacking a cool tone blush. House Labs will be a brand that I probably venture into this year. They actually have a mascara, I think, out now. I don't know if it's available to buy now, but I think it's out now. Whatever's left, I'm just running this down here. I'm not sure if I'll buy that one. I don't know. Okay, this is where we're at so far. I'm going to go back into that shade Secret right here. And I'm gonna go right here. Happy New Year, Michelle. Your text just popped up. I know you'll be watching this video. Happy New Year. See? I have made friends with people on YouTube to the point they have my cell phone number. I don't know if Chris and Andy though have my cell phone number. Or Eden. If you guys don't and you do want it, let me know. Cause I do Eden, Chris, and Andy and I talk to them off of YouTube, on Instagram. same with Michelle, but Michelle and I text. I'm just putting that shade just to soften it up and also help blend a little bit more. You don't have to. Happy New Year, everybody. It's like New Year, same me. I was telling Grace yesterday, I'm not one for making New Year's resolutions, but sometimes I like to have like a thought of something that I would like to see change or get better or whatever. I did ask her, I was like, if there's anything for like this year that you see happen, would it be? She's like, lose weight. And I was like, oh, okay. And actually that is a me too one. I do want to lose weight again. Slowly though, not a lot. And I was like, anything else that you like to see? If it's just like one thing you like to see happen throughout this year. And I don't want to put words in her mouth, so I never gave her any ideas. And she said, no. And I was like, okay. And then I followed up with, for changes to happen, you have to be willing to make changes. You have to be willing to put in the work. If you're not willing to make changes, then things will be the same again this year for everybody, no matter who you are. Okay, I do want to blend out here a little bit more actually, and I'm going to wipe this off right quick. Because like, you know what they say, like, things will remain the same unless you're willing to make changes, even if it's small changes. It doesn't have to be like everything all fast at once. But like, going into now that we're in the new year, my thing is, nothing will change if you remain the same. And the year will remain the same. I'm going to dip or mix these two shades right here. And just blend over the edge. Just to like soften and make sure it's not too harsh out here. Because blue is a... Now Matt's back there singing. Blue's not a hard color to work with, but it can be. I think tomorrow, if I record tomorrow's Getting Ready with Me, regardless if I do or don't, I'm going to use this palette on its own. Who knows? I'll probably just hit record anyways for you guys. I do not intend on recording a video every single day. Like someone said they're going to record a video every single day for this year. Could I do that? Probably. I don't even know how many videos I posted in the past year. Because I think I started this channel, last October maybe? And when I say start the channel, I've had this channel, like my YouTube channel, for many years. But me actually posting Get Ready With Me, whatever, I think it was like last October. So here we are right here. I think I want to get into the shimmer now. Shimmer. The first one I want to do is Creepy. This one right here. I'll try a brush first, but I feel like for me... Oh, this brush came in an Ipsy. There's literally no name on it whatsoever. It came in my Ipsy box. Hang on now. I think I see something in white. It says Eyeshadow P13 or P12. Something Glam. A Miss Glam, some Miss Glam. I don't know, but it's from, whoa, I think it's from December's BoxyCharm box. I don't even know what's happening for January's BoxyCharm box. I'm on a no buy, but if you watch my past videos, I said going into January I was keeping my BoxyCharm subscription. I wasn't going to get rid of that. Ooh. I don't have a setting spray, so hopefully it doesn't fall out. Sparkly. Oh, I'm going to leave it, not put it at the front, because I think I'm going to use a different shimmer up there. Okay, can you guys see it or no? Compared to the other side? Okay, that's pretty. I guess I'll go on and check BoxyCharm. Today's New Year's Day, though. It's the 1st. Usually today's the day we would do, like, our, what do you call it? Our choice. But I don't know if it's because if they're going to do choice today, though, or switch it to tomorrow. Lord, don't let these blues stain my eyes. No fallout so far is happening, which is shocking. Excellent. Okay, I do want to put another shimmer on the front part, and I'm thinking I was going to flip the brush to this side. I'm going to go into the one that's called Boo, this pink one right here. Because I'm mixing it with this blue, it's not going to show up as pink. I do have fallout from this one though, because I can feel it falling on my face. Okay, that's pretty. I could go to work with this eye look and nobody would even say anything. They'd just be like, oh, hey Tammy. And I'd be like, bonjour. I do wish it showed up pink a bit more, but let me, I could feel the sparkles falling, but I don't see it on my face, which is surprising. Maybe it fell on my shirt or my desk. That's pretty. I do wish it was a bit more pink. What do you guys think? I do want to throw some I want to take this color right here, smudge some of that up on my upper lash line, and lower lash line. This is why I didn't do my blush, because I wasn't sure what the eye look was gonna look like. Where is that brush? So I'll use this one for the lower lash line. I'm trying to use some brushes that are kind of already dirty. Today's definitely the day I gotta go wash these. I had an eyeliner brush. I'll just use this one. Oh, here we go. I'll use this one. This one. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the color Licorice, is what it looks like. Oh, I see where the glitter fell on the palette. That's why it's not on my face. Well, thank you. But yeah, I'm gonna put this shade Licorice right here. It has like a purple, it's like a plummy brown. I guess that's the best word I can describe what it looks like. I am excited for the 2 other Odin's Eye Christmas palettes to get here. Oh yeah, back to my thought. What would be a good way for me to track what palettes I use throughout this entire year? Because I think I want to do that starting today. So I can see better what I'm using. I've already said for the past couple of months that the new year was going to be less about me buying everything new. I mean, I don't buy everything new anyways, but the new year's gonna be more about me buying what I know I will actually use, not, oh, that's pretty, let's get it. Because that does get me sometimes. Because doing that has led to me making regret purchases. That's pretty. This is so... I need a smaller... Here we go. Something smaller to do this with. So David went out last night before he left. He's like, see you guys tomorrow. And Matt and I were like, see you next year. And he's like, oh, you guys are so funny, aren't you? And he's like, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We just kept saying, we'll see you next year. And he just left. I think he's so over us. He did manage to scoff down a plate of supper, though, that I made before he took off. He went somewhere. Even though he's turning 21 this year, Matt and I were like, are you sleeping out or are you coming home? And of course he said he's sleeping out. And of course Matt said what he always says. Anything comes up, anything happens, doesn't matter what time it is, call us or text us, we'll come get you. He's like, okay. We'll do the same thing with Grace if she ever reaches the point in her life where she does go out. We would do the same thing for her. He doesn't drive, but like we told him, we also don't want him in a vehicle with somebody who's under the influence of anything. Like, we'd rather him just call us, even if it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Matt will go get him. But he slept out at his friend's house instead. That's actually a pretty color. I'm gonna smudge some of that down here. That's pretty. Alright, what else do I want to do? It's like, can I really add anything else to this look without ruining it? That's what I don't want to do. I don't want to ruin the look. I know somebody's already saying, Tammy, put the eyeshadow palette and brush down. So let me, I just want to see. Just lightly take that blue over, just lightly. Can't believe how blue this look is. Do I want to darken the outer part? That's also what I'm thinking, but I'm not sure. I feel like I should leave the look here so that I don't ruin it and wash it off, because yeah, it's pretty. All right, so this is my first look of 2025. It's actually pretty. And would I wear this to work? Would I wear this to work? I feel like it's making the whites of my eyes look yellow. Is that, you guys see that? All right, let's finish up the makeup look. I like it. Tomorrow I'm going to use this one. Just a heads up. I think I probably will do I'll hit record even though it's going to be quiet. That's literally probably the quietest video that I do normally, is the 4 a.m. get ready with me's. These all got to get washed. That whole basket I got to take in the bathroom and wash it up. Okay, let's do blush. I'm going to use the Quo. Again, it'll be down in the description. Cheek and Lip Multi-Stick in the shade Rosy Brown. So I'm going to use this because the eye look is cool toned. Yeah. You could do a warm tone blush. Then I'm going to throw in some of the Rare Beauty liquid highlighter in the shade Enlighten. And then I'll get oh my gosh, can I get a what? Quiet over there. I'm just gonna pounce this into my face.
Yes, please.
Quiet back there. Matt still has no work. He's off till Monday. Because he gets a solid 2 weeks off. Which I guess is nice. But, like me, it gets kind of boring sometimes. Because then, like, you're at home and you're not moving much, and then you go back to work, especially because he has a very physical job, and then his body starts hurting again. Happens every year. He's got to get his body used to it again. This is a very cool tone look. Holy moly. Mole, 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 mole. And go over. I am going to use some powder. That is pretty. I'm currently too with my thumbnails. I don't like putting my face on my thumbnails. I just find it weird and I don't know. I have 2 thumbnails that I think I'm going to stick with for this year. I made a new one last night that I think's pretty, and it's basic, but it's pretty. So I think for this year, I am like yesterday's Get Ready With Me video. There's a thumbnail. There was like the outlay of the makeup that I used out on my desk. I'm going to go back and forth between using that one and then the new one that I made last night for my Get Ready With Me's. And then, of course, like I have a thumbnail. I might update my BoxyCharm thumbnail and then my monthly grocery haul thumbnails. This month, I don't think we're going to have a monthly grocery haul this month because we're doing low buy for groceries this month. We try to do a low buy for every January for groceries. Try to use up a lot of what we have. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah, like Matt said, it doesn't go very well all the time because sometimes I end up buying a bunch of stuff. So we'll see. Okay, what blush do I want to use? You're like, you already have blush on. I know. I need a powdered blush though. Don't want to use that one. What blush did I use with this the other day? There's no way I used that Dreamland one with it. That one's going to be not the right color. Is Euphoria too... I'll use Euphoria today. Kosas. Oh, I want to do a... Well, will I? I feel like I just made a... Oh my gosh, what's that series called? What made its way back into my vanity or whatever? I don't remember. Do I want to update the thumbnail for that? I'm not sure yet. As I'm with Kosas Blushes Life in the shade Euphoria. I'm going to use this one. Yeah, okay, this one's cool tone. And then the highlighter, I'm going to go in with Rare Beauty in the shade Mesmerize for my highlighter. And then we'll go in with some face powder and mascara. Yesterday, I did take all of the eyeshadow palettes that were in my makeup drawers back there. And I moved them into the big drawer that's over here. Because I took everything that was in the big drawer from here. Went through all of it all, put stuff where it needed to go and whatnot. I still have makeup though. There's like a, on top of my dresser back there, there's that white thing with the drawers on it. That still has other blushes and stuff in it. There's no space for it over here, so that's going to stay back there. But I have all my lip products net over here in this area now. But there are still some cheek and eye products back there. And I'll just go back there and get them when I need them. All right. Highlighter. And I like playing with makeup. I like sitting here and not having to rush to get my darn makeup done. Who here likes long form? Get ready with me. I do know like a lot of people's, oh my gosh, attention spans are short. I've realized this year that my attention span has gotten shorter. So I've gone back to watching long form content to get myself back into keeping my attention span going and trying to stay off my damn phone while I'm watching stuff too. That's a big problem. I'm like, what face powder do I want to use? I think I'm going to go with my Rimmel Kind and Free Translucent. I'm just going to start by putting some of that underneath the eyes. I do know some people, at least on the Reddit community, people do want to see the wear tests come back. Here's my thing about wear tests. I think wear tests are great. For me to do wear tests for you guys, my videos wouldn't, like this video, if I was to do a wear test for today, this video would not get posted until tomorrow. So my videos would end up being behind a day. That's the only way for me to do a wear test. Because I have work. I record on my phone. You know what I need to do today? This year needs to be the year that I get someone to help me figure out how to use my GoPro that I have back there, which I want to use. See, I don't know how often I can see me going to the mall this year. Unless I stop the online shopping. Like, this year I probably spent the least amount on clothing items. Because I'm working, like I told Matt, now that I'm working, I feel like I need to go through my closet, which I was going to do last week and I didn't. But I need to go through my closet and get rid of what I absolutely am not wearing whatsoever and only keep the things that I'm constantly wearing. Because with me working now, I'm either wearing work clothes, PJs, or like matching sweatsuits. Yes, I have matching sweatsuits. Like I have a Lilo and Stitch sweatsuit. I have a couple. I have like a black and cheetah print sweatsuit. They're comfy. Too embarrassed though to wear them out. Well, I did wear the Lilo and Stitch one to Walmart though. But I feel like Walmart's an appropriate place to show up dressed like a toddler. Alright, now I need mascara. But like, going to the grocery store or whatever, it's usually me throwing on a pair of jeans and a hoodie. If anything this year, I like to get 2 new hoodies and some basic t-shirts, but that's pretty much it for clothing for me. Miss Grace that's who could use some clothes, and Matt, but he's also he's simplified with what he likes. So mascara today, we're going to use... What do I have open? Let's use this one. This one's open. This one's not open, but there's a I don't know who it is, but somebody on Instagram, and they're probably on TikTok too, every time they use this, it looks like they have false lashes. I bought this because I had the mini and I liked it, but it definitely didn't give me lashes up to my eyebrows. Actually, let's use this Bobbi Brown one, because this one's almost empty, I think. I want to use it up. Yeah, it's a nice mascara. This is a mini though. This came in a kit. I just don't remember what kit it came in. Like one of those mascara kits where you can try several minis and get... Or no, this didn't come in a kit. Is this from Ipsy? I think it's from Ipsy. I was gonna say, hold on, wait a minute. This did not come from a kit. This came from BoxyCharm/Ipsy. All right. And what exactly? It's the Smoky Eye Mascara. I don't know if I'm assuming it's a mini. Unless Bobbi Brown has, or it's a deluxe. I don't know. Because it's still quite small compared to other mascara tubes that I have. I don't have any that are this small besides this one. Well, actually, these two I still have because I like both of these. These are used up, but it's bigger than these two YSL ones. So maybe it's a deluxe. I did not think that this eye look was going to turn out today, honestly. This is pretty. I wonder how busy tomorrow is going to be at work. Now that Christmas and New Year's is over. It's where mascara always goes on better on the other eye than this eye. Like I can't have both sides looking great.
Just get better.
Okay, and then for lips. It's kind of funny that I have blue PJ set on. and now I have a blue eye look. For lips, honestly, I think I was gonna use the e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oil. I was like, I took it out of my drawer and have it sitting up. I did not use this as much as I thought I did at all. Especially when I compare it to my Clarins Lip Comfort Oil. I thought I used this a ton. Because I felt like I used it a ton. Not as much as I thought I did. This one's in Rose Envy. Like, I'm home today. I know I'm super glam on the eyes and face, but I'm just gonna wear the e.l.f. today. If you're wondering my favorite lip oil, it is the Clarins Lip Comfort Oil. But if you want one that's like way more affordable, the e.l.f. I can't believe I didn't have as much product in this used up as I felt like I did. Alright guys, this is the finished look. What do you think? It's glammy. My channel was gonna get called Glammy Tammy, but I decided Canadian Beauty instead, because I went and looked up and there was some other Glammy Tammies out there spelt differently, but I wanted something different. This is pretty. I wonder how it looks with the natural light. One second. I can't see. Yeah, even with natural light, it did snow a bit yesterday. I'm gonna turn there. I turned the light off so you guys can see. She's definitely blue, like a blue purple. That's pretty. You can still see where I got some marks. Like I said, I don't care if my skin shows through, like skin texture or whatever. Still nice. All right, I like it. I'll try and get a photo of this look, at least for Instagram, without the headband. I don't know. I don't even know how a person would wear their hair with a look like this besides normal, but I'm going to, that light is bright. Ooh. Like a vampire. It's like, close the lights. Alright. I'm going to... Hey, turn back on. I'm going to skedaddle out of here. And, yeah. Because I've got some stuff to make. Meaning, I want to make, get some bread dough going so I can make some homemade buns for supper today. Anyways, guys, I thank you all for watching. Thanks to all of you who have stuck around the whole entire year, and to the new subs. And yeah, thank you. Anyways, guys, oh my gosh, Happy New Year. I'm just gonna get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. God bless.